What's going on, everyone? Right now we're going to edit an image of Elizabeth Whelan that I took with the 105 1.4 Sigma, so it's ridiculously sharp. All right, so let's bring this photo back to proper exposure. I tend to when I shoot here, I usually have bright highlights on this building, so I underexpose. There really was no need to underexpose here, but I did it anyways. Now you're gonna see everything with this lens, so we're gonna take a little time, get rid of all the the bumps in the skin. Not perfect, but we're gonna get rid of them. Make this image real nice and polished. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is send it over to Photoshop. So go to Photo, Edit in, and it sends over to Photoshop. So when the image goes into Photoshop, you're gonna open up the frequency separation action that I provided. Press play on that action. All right, so you wanna get your brush, and now you wanna just paint on the Gaussian blur onto the skin. You wanna avoid the eyebrows, the eyes, any defining lines. So see right here, like by her eyelashes, you wanna avoid all that. Just get the skin. You want to avoid the line, the crease right, or like the line right here by the nose. You want to avoid that. You don't want that to be like all like mixed together and soft. You also want to avoid the jawline, because if you hit the jawline, it's going to make the face look really round. There's going to be like the defining edge is going to be gone, So just hit the skin, avoid the lips. All right, so once that's done, I'm going to show you a quick before and after. Before and after, before and after. So it's very subtle, and that's fine. That's all I really want for this image. This is mostly about removing the bumps off the skin. So I'm gonna right click on this layer here, and then I'm gonna go to merge down. So now I'm gonna be left with my low and my high frequency. My high is my details, my low is the color of the skin. So we're gonna start off in the high and remove the blemishes, the bumps on the skin. So this one I'm definitely gonna have to zoom in like this. Okay, and you can use any brush, and you could use the patch tool. I'm gonna use the spot healing tool for this one. So what I'm gonna do now is just clean up the skin. This can obviously take a while. So what I normally do, because I'm usually in a rush, or I mean I don't want to edit for such a long time, I'll go quick and I'll just edit out the bigger bumps on the skin. But this one I think I'll just take my time and get rid of most of them, so you can see my thought process and what I do here. So get rid of this one. See, there's a lot of them, and this lens, that's why sharp lenses are really they're annoying, because it does require more editing, because if you want it to be really nice, you want to get rid of all the bigger bumps on the skin. Show everyone has flaws, and these lenses really show them. All right, so I'm not gonna remove all of them. It's just gonna take too much time. Plus, I don't really care too much. Like if there's some bumps on the skin, it's whatever. We're all human. But if you wanted to go for a perfect Barbie look, then yeah, you probably have to spend more time editing out the bumps. So I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna see if that looks good, and if I can get away with that. Yeah, that's fine. You see that? Like, it just has a couple bumps right there. That's fine. She's human, That's good enough for me. Okay. I'm going to go before and after. Before and after. Before and after. See how nice and subtle that is? That change? Before and after. Perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to go to the low mask, and this is for the color. So what we're going to do is press Command J, or just duplicate the layer. You can just right click here. Duplicate layer. Press OK. Now we're going to make a duplicate just in case we make mistakes, or we want to lower the opacity down. We can do that on this layer without damaging the original layer. All right, so now we're going to this is one of the secret brushes here. Not secret, but it's my favorite brush, the mixer brush. And under the eye, it tends to be a little darker than the rest of the face. So what I'm going to do is grab a clean patch of skin, which is right here under the eye. I'm going to sample that by pressing Option or Alt on PC. No, Option on Mac and Alt on PC. You get this little bullseye. Bam. So now I sampled this part of the skin. So now in a circular motion, I'm gonna go ahead and rub this in a circular motion. Now what I'm doing is blending in the skin tones. See, there's like darker and there's lighter colors. I'm blending it in. I'm going in a circular motion, blending it in. I'm hitting the cheekbone where there's already a natural highlight, and I'm going up the cheekbone like this, really soft and gentle. See that? And what that's doing is making this darker part of the face brighter. Watch this. Before and after. Before and after. See that? And that makes a difference, because when you back out, it definitely makes the image look cleaner. Watch this. Look at this area right here. Before and after. And now I'm not even done yet. That's just part of it. So grab the mixer brush. Again, make sure the values are really low up here. Wet, load, mix, and flow. Make sure they're low values. I keep them around like 10, you know. Nothing specific, just around 10%. All right. And so let me continue on here. So again, you want to avoid any of the lines of the face. All right. And let me see here. That's nice and clean. I like that. Let me go by her forehead. Nah, I don't really need to do it by her forehead. Usually I would do the same thing by the forehead, but she has a very small forehead. I don't really have to do it here. I think I'm done with the blending of the skin tones on this side. Oh, you know what? I see this area. You see this area right here? I'm going to back out. See right there? It's like a little notch right here. What I'm going to do is blend that in. So grab the mixer brush again. I'm going to grab a clean part of the darker area of the skin, maybe like right here. And now I'm going to just blend it, go over it and blend it. Sorry, I'm not doing a great job, but I'm just blending in those tones. Let me back up again. And you see how it's gone? Right there? Watch this. I'm going to go before and after. Before. See this little area right here? Watch. After. See, now it's gone. Now it's gone. Now it's blended in. Nice. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is, now I'm going to do a little dodging and burning and sculpt out her face a little bit. So here we go. So I'm going to close this up. Now I'm going to open up the dodging and burning action that I gave you guys. DMB, press play. Once that plays, you want to open that up and then go to dodge and then use the dodge tool on dodge. Now let's zoom back in right here. When you use the dodge tool, you want to make sure that you had a very low value. I like to use like 3 to 5%. All right, so now I'm going to add a little bit of highlight here. So basically, you want to just add highlight where there are already highlights, and you want to just emphasize on it. So maybe right here under the eye, a little bit in the eyeball. Want to make that pop a little bit. Make it really nice and small. Get in there. Make those eyes pop and shine a little bit more. Go down the nose, the original nose where there's already a highlight there. And then under the chin, right here. So I already made the eye pop under the eye again, like this, almost like in a triangle motion. You see that? Make that pop a little bit. Let me go back. Yeah, see, that makes it pop a little bit. Maybe a little bit on this eye, on this area. Make that eye pop a little bit more. Okay, and let's hit the hair really quick. For the hair, I might just raise the exposure a bit because I don't need to be super careful with the hair. Just make the hair pop a little bit. So right there, the streak that's right there. So let me show you a quick before and after. See how that's popping? All right, let's go back to 4. Now we're gonna back out and start sculpting out her leather jacket. So let's go back to the highlight tool. Make sure you're on dodge. Go to the dodge tool here. And now we're gonna go ahead and brighten up the parts of the jacket that are already bright. See this little part right here? These little things make a difference. Trust me. Trust me. Don't go over the whole jacket. Don't go over the shadow side. You want to give it dimension. Here's kind of bright. Brighten up this whole area. Right there. Now when I brighten up the legs, I like to go through down the middle. Like this. Actually, I'm going to use a brighter. I'm going to go raise my exposure to 20 for this one. So I don't have to be here all day doing this. Oh, not 100. Let's go 20. Okay. I'm going to go down. See? Right down the middle. Like this. So leave this side a little darker and then the inside a little darker as well. See that? That makes it pop. Makes it more three-dimensional. All right. So let's go to before and after really quick. Before and after. You see the difference there? Look at the jacket. Look at the pants. Ah, very nice. Okay, now let's do some burning. Okay, so go to your burn layer, get your burn tool, and now we're gonna darken up the areas that are already dark. So like right here on the forehead where there's a normal shadow, the dark parts of the hair, which is all of this right here. You want to go under the chin, so you want to carve out the jawline like this. Okay, let me go before and after to show you what I'm doing. Before and after. Just look at the jawline. You see that right here? How it's making the face look slimmer. Look, you see that? So subtle, but it makes a difference. All right, let's zoom in a little bit more. All right, maybe some over the eyebrows to make them a little darker. The little shadow under the lip right there. Usually I'd go down the nose like this, just to make it stand out a little bit more, but I'm not gonna do that for this one. I think it looks fine. Now let's burn right here. So I like to add a little bit of darkness right here to emphasize on the cheekbone. So I'm gonna go ahead and just like that, real subtle. Do not go heavy on that area. See that? How it just creates that, it emphasizes her cheekbone. Watch this, before and after. You see that? Definitely emphasize on her cheekbone. Actually, I might add a little bit of more highlight. Grab the dodge tool and just very slightly go over the cheekbone again. Watch this, before and after. Do you see how the cheekbone is more emphasized now? More shape to her face. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, so now let's back out. Now we're gonna burn the rest of the outfit and the body. So burn, and now I'm going to just go over the dark parts of the jacket in this area, this little part of the area right here in the jacket, right here, up there, a little bit on the hair right here. Make that a little darker. The inside of the pants, right there, where there would be a normal shadow. And I think we're looking good. I think that's it. Let me see. Before and after. Before and after the dodge and burn. Before the dodge and burn, after the dodge and burn. You see the difference there? How it just scopes out the image and adds that extra pop. See that? Her face is more shapely. I like that. All right, let's go before the dodge and burn and before the frequency separation. After the frequency separation, after the dodge and burn. Nice. Okay, so I am done here. So what I'm gonna do is go to layer, flatten out the image, and then I'm going to file and press save. When I press save, it's gonna send it automatically back to Lightroom. So if I click Lightroom, here is my updated version of the image. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is actually straighten it out because it's a little crooked, and I'm gonna use the white wall as a reference point. So right here, you see this? Right there. So I'm gonna go a little bit more. I think that's good right there. Cool. All right, now I'm gonna remove this black dot that's right here on the wall. I'm gonna use my healing tool, and I'm gonna just grab this part of the wall, sample it. There we go. Boom. Oh, I didn't get it completely. Let's move this over this way. Yeah, I think that's good right there. Yeah, perfect. So that's gone. Now let's go back to the full image. And now this is when I cycle through my presets and I just, get a starting point for my color grade. So I'm gonna go through my presets and see what works. I definitely want a more urban feel, and I want to cool down those blues into a more of a gray. So okay, that looks nice for what my Drake preset looks pretty good here. The teal and oranges gives it a nice Instagram look. One of my favorite urban presets is the Toronto. See, oh, I love that. So I'm starting there for sure. I love how the blues are muted here. It's more gray, but the orange still pops. I like that. Okay, so let's make a couple of adjustments. I'm gonna lower the contrast a little bit, just a tad. So I'm gonna lower the contrast a bit. My highlights, I'm gonna raise them just a tad. Let me see. I'm gonna lower them, see what works. I think I'm gonna just keep it around there. So I usually play with the sliders and see where my sweet spot is after the fact. I'm gonna leave my shadows at 23. The whites, I'm gonna leave them at 30. And the blacks, oh, I kind of like it a little bit bumped. I think like that, at 35. Before and after. Yep, I'm gonna leave it at 35. I kind of like that white washed out look right here. It's kind of nice. Okay, before and after. Okay, let's go down to my colors. And now this is when I would play with the hues and the saturation of the colors here, but I'm honestly happy with the colors. See, the blue, let's go to the saturation of the blues. See, if I increase the saturation, I like the teal and orange look, like the orange. If I wanted to make it teal on the left hand, I would raise the blues. I go to the hue and play with the hues of the blue. See, I can make it more of like a purple or either more of a teal. I don't want that look for this image. So I'm gonna go to my saturation and lower down the blues and go for more of that gray look, like concrete jungle look. And I'm really happy with the final image. This is how I would export the image and deliver it or post it on social media. So here we go. Let's look at the before and after. This is before any editing, and this is after the edit that we just did. I freaking love it. I think it looks really good. There you go. And that is how we edit this image of Elizabeth Wieland.